Hello all, this is Damini from VMake Scholars. So this is a special video on COVID-19 situation for study abroad aspirants. So first of all, I hope all of you are at home and staying safe during these times. So I'm sure for most of you, your study abroad plans have been started looking hazy and there is no clarity as in when things will normalize and how you will be able to attend your classes in fall 2020 intake. So I thought this might be a good idea to make this video to discuss the concerns which most of the students are having and my personal opinion on that backed by some research. So let's start. We recently did a survey on our website among the loan applicants asking them about their plans moving forward. So results showed us very interesting, three types of aspirants. So type 1 was about 25% who were very positive that, whatsoever happens, I'm planning to start my study abroad journey this year. So these are the people who never made a plan B and they are very serious about their study abroad plan. So it doesn't matter for them even if the university is delaying the intake by 1 to 2 months or if they are making the first semester online. These people want to go. Yes, 25% were this type. Type 2 were on the other extreme. They were like, I'm not planning to study abroad anymore up to fall 2021. So these are the people who mostly had a job in hand or had a job offer. So they have a plan B. So these are the people who are thinking that, because there's so much news about recession and the job scenario, so they don't want to take a risk. So leaving these 25% who are very positive and 20% who are very negative, the remaining 55% are the ones who are still in dilemma. So they are confused because they don't want to drop their study abroad plans, but at the same time they are not sure of continuing because there are so many news out there. So these people are very serious about their study abroad plans, but at the same time they are thinking about the recession and the job scenario. So they are worried about the jobs while studying like TA or RA or part-time jobs and the jobs after graduating. And their concern is totally genuine as such. So let me share some information on these concerns. So let me first talk about the scary term called recession, which is a nightmare for those who are currently employed or seeking employment. So recently I was going through this very interesting report by McKinsey on the impact of COVID-19 on US workers. So throughout the report, they have spoken about vulnerable jobs and the industries that will be impacted significantly. For example, tourism, travel and hotel industry. At the same time, there are other industries like finance and insurance or professional, scientific and technical services which may not see any major impact, and those are expected to bounce back to normal very quickly. So of course, this report was talking majorly on the near-term impact on the jobs, but no one can really talk about the long-term impact because things are just so uncertain. Another thing is that the whole recession thing should be more of a concern for those who are graduating this year rather than the ones who are starting their studies now. And you know what, there are studies which actually showed that the US university enrollment figures went up during the 2007 to 2009 recession because those who were laid off were trying to make the best use of their time, and at the same time they were upskilling themselves for better opportunities. And of course they knew that the job opportunities and the recruitments will become normal in 1 to 2 years time. Hence, with these studies in mind, what I'm saying is you should not worry about the job opportunities in 2022 when you will be graduating, but instead you should worry about the fact that the university admissions might become competitive. So it won't be a very good idea to let go of the admit which you have in hand currently. So this is just my personal opinion. Coming to the part-time jobs, some of these temporary jobs are going to be fair at least for the next 6 months. Hence, if you were relying on earning in the US through a part-time job to take care of your living expenses, that might not work out for the first semester at least. Hence, please make a backup funds arrangement through an education loan or through your personal funds. Post 6 months, things should bounce back quickly. The other concern is, should I proceed or continue if my university makes the fall 2020 semester online? So let me discuss its pros and cons here. Firstly, this will be executed in a way that the first semester will be only of the taught courses which does not require any lab or any collective project work, so that it can be executed for all the most of the programs at UG and PG level. Please remember 3 important things here. Pursuing one semester online will not reflect on your final transcripts. Secondly, the degree which you will be getting at the end of the course will be same as a full-time on-campus program degree. Thirdly, the terms of post-study work visa like OPT will stay the same. Hence, there is nothing to worry about. One positive reason for considering one semester online is that your living cost for first 6 months is going to be almost eliminated, which means that your overall expense of a US degree will come down substantially without impacting the final outcome. Hence, this is definitely recommended if your school is in one of the most expensive places like New York, San Francisco or Boston. But at the same time, it comes at the cost of losing onto the exposure or the campus feel. And I know that's the most exciting part. When I was going to study abroad in September 2012, I was more excited about living in a foreign country, making new friends of other nationalities rather than the job opportunities post my studies. Hence, I totally get your point, but try to think in this way that you still will have 3 semesters to feel this exposure. So I think you can adjust for first 6 months. So these are my, this is my opinion on considering or not considering an online program. But at the same time, if you're going to the US for 1 year program, I think one semester online is not a very good idea. Another last concern which students are having with respect to online programs is that what if I study one semester online and later don't get a visa? To answer this, see, the universities are discussing this with embassies because they understand, of course, you as a student won't be willing to pay such a hefty fee for one semester and then get a visa denied. So of course they are working towards it, and we'll all have to wait for further instructions on that. But I can say one thing: if you enroll for one semester online, it will definitely reflect on your commitment towards studies and will eventually increase your chances of getting a visa approved. To summarize, I just want to say that for those who are admitted to a 2 years master's program or to an undergrad program, the jobs in the year you graduate or the recession after COVID-19 should not be your top concern right now, because things are expected to normalize in 12 to 18 months maximum. And if you are admitted to a program which is 2 years or longer, taking a one semester online is recommended to save you money and to eliminate the near-term risk of part-time jobs without losing on to the benefits of a full-time on-campus program. And now coming to those who are admitted to a 1 year program in the US, I believe it will be a good idea to defer it to spring, if not possible to fall 2021 intake. Now it might happen that the universities will allow you to defer the admit, which means you have a secured admission in spring or fall 2021 intake. But as I told you, universities are expecting more admissions due to the recession, which means the admissions are going to become more competitive. Due to this, universities may not allow this year admits to be deferred. For example, Arizona State University is not allowing deferment. Instead, you have to cancel your admission and reapply next year. So now if your university is saying the same thing, you can still continue with your deferment plans if you are very sure that you are well deserving to qualify next year as well. But in case this was your ambitious university where you got in now, I won't recommend cancelling the admission and reapplying, because admissions are going to become tougher in future. So these are my points on your options. So very soon I'll be sharing another video with you guys to address another important concern, that is what happens to my education loan if I go for one sem online or if I defer my admission. So that's it for now. If you like this video or if you appreciate the effort we put in to bring this information out to you, then please like the video and share it with your friends and colleagues. Stay tuned for my upcoming videos. You may subscribe to our channel if you appreciate the content. Bye bye for now.
Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon to never miss any updates from us.